Hi everyone, hope you're doing well on this Friday afternoon. Our snow is almost all melted here. It's the only thing about St. Louis, it doesn't stay around very long. So I am here today. Have you heard about the BookTube spin? I found out about it through Krista at Books and Jams, and it was somebody named Rick that originally started this. I'll explain it to you, but I don't know how to do the link. So look up Krista at Books and Jams. She just posted hers yesterday, so she'll have a much better explanation than I will. Basically how it works is this, is you pick 20 books. I have my list right here. 20 books, and you number them from 1 to 20. And what they recommend doing is like four sections of 5 books. Then what happens is on Rick on January 31st, I think, 30th or 31st, is going to do a random number generator. Whatever number he gets, if he gets 16, everybody pulls out their 16, and you have February and March to read it. I'm hoping after that there'll be more of these because I think it's a lot of fun. I am looking forward to participating because I need to get books off my shelf, and this is a good way to do it. I went for a deep dive for some of these. So let me show you what I got. First thing I'm going to do is contemporary because I have a lot of those. And these are ones like the Dutch House that I've had recommended with me. So the Dutch House is number 1, and I'm just putting them in my cart here. Number 2 is The Bromance Book Club by Lyssa Kay Adams. This is supposed to be really good. I haven't read it yet. I don't know why. I've had it forever. Among things, the one I don't have is on my Kindle, and I'd show you a picture if I knew how to do that, is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Again, I don't have that one yet read, but I've had it forever, so it's time to get it read. Spoiler alert by Olivia Dade. This is book 4. Bethany, beautifully bookish Bethany, had been going through this many times this year, and she talked me into getting a copy. Now I just have to read it. It looks really good though and funny. So that's book 4. And then book 5 for me is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I think I am the only one in the greater United States that has not read this book yet. I got it in April of last year, and it still didn't make it. It is one of my 5-star predictions, but it's the only book I took from there. Okay, the second ones are people that recommended stuff to me. Now, in these cases, I just don't know necessarily who. The first one is A Dog Called Hope. So that's number 6 by Jason Morgan. This is about a service dog. My husband was in the Army, and although he didn't work with service dogs, I had a lot of respect for the men who did and how much the dogs really helped the treatment of soldiers and helped out in the cause. So that's number 6. Number 7 is Between Sisters by Kristen Hanna. Now, I've never read this one, but I've also never read a Kristen Hanna I didn't like. So we'll see how it goes. This one is about 2 sisters, obviously, that are estranged from each other and have to come back together. Number 8 is The Last Mrs. Parnish. I've seen this on Instagram or BookTube as people have liked it. It looks like a good book. It was a club pick at Target. I've just had it forever. In fact, when was it? I know I've had it at least a couple years. Yeah, 2017. Then next is this book called Hospital. This is a nonfiction and has been around a while. And it's about a woman. Let's see here. First published in 2008. It's about a woman that goes around the hospital and basically learns inside stuff. I'm particularly interested in this because of my history of nursing. Something I love, will always love, even though I can't do it anymore. So that would be number 9. And number 10 was recommended to me by a dear friend that we don't read much in common, but I'm going to give this a shot. It's The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Auel, I think is how you say that. This is book 1 in a long series. I don't know anything about it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know anything about it, but I'm going to learn about it and see if I like it. That was number 10. Then, of course, you know me, I had to spend some time with some historical fiction. So first up is number 11, which is The Royal Nanny by Karen Harper. Historical fiction, nanny, royal, all works out for me. Next is number 12, which is The Address by Fiona Davis. I don't know much about this, but I like Fiona Davis, so I'm willing to give it a shot. It looks good. Number 13, What the Lady Wants by Renee Rosen. I got this from Page One Books, which is an awesome organization if you want to know more about it. They sent me this for my historical fiction pick, and I really want to read it. Okay, number 14, I'll See You in Paris by Michelle Gable. Just found this on my shelf. Obviously, I've never read it. I don't know what it's about. Let me see here how long ago it was published. (2016). And on the back it says, oh, it's a real life person. Once a great love story and literary mystery, I'll See You in Paris will entertain and delight with an unexpected ending that will leave readers satisfied and eager for Gable's next novel. That sounds good. And that would be number 14. And number 15 looks so good I bought it twice. The German Girl. This one was, let me see, copyrighted in 2016. Must have been a good year for me. This is about a girl in Germany during the war, and then 2014 in New York, and they weave together. So it's a dual timeline, which is one of my favorites in historicals. So I'll be happy if any of these get picked. Now, my last section is something I had to do because I need to get some of these off my shelf. It is all Book of the Month clubs. I don't know that I've ever actually read a Book of the Month club. I get them, I just don't read them. The first one is Tightrope, and you can see this is from, let me see here if it says January, so a year ago, last January. And you may see we had a puppy at the time, so there's a couple little puppy teeth in there. The book itself is fine. What it's about is across the country, communities are struggling to stay afloat as blue-collar jobs disappear and an American dies of a drug overdose every 7 minutes. Stagnant wages, weak education, bad decisions, and a lack of health care force millions of America into precarious balancing act that many of them fail to master. With stark poignancy, Tightrope draws us deep into this other America and shows that if America is to remain a superpower, it must empower all of its people. Sounds good. Number 17 is an author I'm surprised I still have on my shelf. Catherine Center, What You Wish For. And this is from, also Book of the Month, of course. This is from last year, 2020. I haven't read it yet. School librarian who loves her job, her kids, and her school family with a passion and joy for living. But she wasn't always that way. Sounds interesting. I like Catherine Center. I've liked all the books of hers I've read. That would be number 17. Number 18, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of. It's from January of 19, so 2 years ago. The Silent Patient. This is about a woman. Alicia Brennerson's life is seemingly perfect. A famous painter married to an in-demand fashion photographer. She lives in a grand house overlooking a park in one of London's most desirable areas. One evening, her husband, Gabriel, returns home late from work, and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word. By Alex Michaelides. I'm not sure about that. That is number 18 for me. 19 is a newer one. This is just from July. Head Over Heels by Hannah Orenstein. The past 7 years have been hard on Avery Adams. After training her entire life to make the Olympic gymnastics team, a disaster performance ended her athletic career for good. Her best friend and teammate, Jasmine, went on to become an Olympic champion, then committed the ultimate betrayal by marrying their coach, Dimitri. Sounds interesting. I had no idea what it was about, but that's good. That's number 19. And number 20 is one that I know many of you have read. Krista actually has hers on her list too. Something I've been meaning to get to. In addition to all the BookTube love for this book, I have had personal friends recommend I read it. And it is Caste, the original of Our Discontent by Isabel Wilkerson. This is a book. We got it in September of 2020. And I'll just read just a little bit. In this brilliant book, Elizabeth Wilkerson gives us masterful portrayal of an unseen phenomenon in America as she explores through the immersed, deeply researched narrative and stories about real people, how America today and throughout its history has been shaped by a hidden caste system, a rigid hierarchy of human rankings. This is a pretty chunker, and it's nonfiction, so that will take me a little bit longer to read, but like I said, it's been recommended by many people to me. And it doesn't want to fit on my cart. There we go. So there's my 20 books. I really don't care what number gets spun because I want to read them all. You can collect them any way you want, oldest on your shelves. But I had just moved in June and my shelves aren't real organized yet. So I just kind of picked and prodded and found what I could find. Hopefully, whichever thing I end up reading, it'll end up good. And I hope Rick decides to do this more than once because I think it's a great way to get reminded. Like, I totally forgot I had that Catherine Center book. reminded what's on your TBR and what you would like to get read in the near future. So I'm going to end it here. I hope all of you are doing well this Friday afternoon. Please stay safe and take care of yourself and your families. If you would like to, please like and subscribe. I could use some more subscribers. Remember, I'm new and I'm trying the best I can. If you have any tips, I'd love them. And if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them, and if you like them or not. Also, if you're doing the BookTube spin, I'd love to know what you're doing, what your books are. So link your YouTube channel or write a list or whatever in my comments, and I will talk to you later. Until I see you next time, take care.